Sup guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Pranay. Hope everybody is doing great and staying safe. So in this video, I got something super interesting to review. And yes, it's the ZHIYUN WEEBILL S gimbal. I'm super excited to talk about this product and also share my honest opinion with you. Before moving on to this video, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe and enable the bell icon. So without any further ado, let's go!
Let's go!
Before moving on to this video, I'd really like to thank Mr.Shermis and Fujifilm Qatar for giving me this opportunity to introduce the product and giving me a chance to review it. Make sure you check out Fujifilm Qatar on your next visit, and if you need any assistance or have any enquiries related to purchase and customer support, they are always there to help. Well, now let's get to the video. This is the ZHIYUN WEEBILL S. This is one of the perfect travel gimbal, as it is so compact and easy to use. The battery is placed above the handle, and I think this is a very good choice by ZHIYUN as it makes the gimbal more portable. The gimbal perfectly fits on an A4 paper when it's folded and also fits in the outer compartment of my low pro camera bag. Hence it makes the WEEBILL S suitable for travel filmmaking. The weight of the WEEBILL S gimbal is 970 grams. The size is same as that of the WEEBILL Lab and the motors are 3 times stronger. The gimbal can handle different combinations of cameras and lenses such as the A7 III with 2470 2.8, the Tamron 2875 2.8, Fujifilm X-T4 with 23mm 1.4, and also the Sony A7 III with 24 to 105mm. These combos work very well with no issues at all. I think WEEBILL S is the easiest gimbal to balance than the WEEBILL Lab. It has a new feature that is the locking mechanism on all axes, which is very useful for balancing and also for transportation. Tilt and roll axis now use levers instead of screws. The WEEBILL S has an outer markings so that you don't have to balance again. Instead, mark the values and use them when mounting the camera on the gimbal again. I also really like the camera mounting system. It uses standard Manfrotto BL501 style plates, but there is actually quick release plate within that plate. That means that you can take the camera off the gimbal and put it back again without rebalancing it. Besides the gimbal, you will also get a table tripod, two 2600 mAh batteries, USB battery charger plate, and cables for connecting the gimbal to camera. Now let us see how to balance the gimbal. First of all, make sure that you have attached the plate to the base plate. And then position your camera like this as shown, and then tighten the screw. Make sure you have well tightened it. You can use a flat screwdriver or use a coin. The next step is to place the camera on the mount. As you can see, you can just slide the mount to the direction of the arrow. Then just press over here and then it will be locked. The next step is to make sure that you have locked all the axes of the gimbal except the tilt axis. So step 1 is to balance the tilt axis, which is this one here. So first what you want to do is to move the camera front to back. We can do this by loosening this lever here and then push the camera to where it stays level on its own. Tighten that up. Now we want to make sure it's actually balanced top to bottom. So tilt the camera up. If it falls down, that means it's too bottom heavy. If it tips upside down, that means it's too top heavy. So because ours is bottom heavy, we are gonna raise this up a little bit. You should be able to put the camera pretty much in any position like that and it won't move. So now we have got the tilt axis balanced perfectly. So this is balanced exactly the way we want. The next is the roll, which is left and right. If it rolls to the right, then we want to push this over a bit to the left. So to balance it, just loosen the lever over here and then adjust the camera to the left. Make sure it stays pretty much in the dead center. Once you feel it's fine, just tighten the lever. As we can see that the camera is actually leaning forward, so to fix that, we have to adjust the tilt axis once again. Now unlock the bottom axis. In order to balance the bottom axis, make sure that you hold the gimbal in a vertical position and make sure that the gimbal is not falling to the left or right. In order to fix this, just loosen this screw over here and then balance as the same way as we did earlier. Once we have done those steps, turn on the gimbal, go to motor section, press on auto. This will auto-tune the gimbal and will get a perfect balance. Once the auto-tune is complete and have a check mark, we are ready to go. The upper part of the gimbal is made up of metal and this part feels very solid, and the lower part is made up of plastic. It feels good overall. I like the texture on the grip. The included table tripod is also super high quality. It is a metal with very nice texture on the outside, so it works great as a grip extension. The motors are much stronger and much more responsive. It even performs very well when walking on rough surfaces, which is actually a weakness of lighter gimbals, but not with the Weebill S. On the left side we have on-off button, pan follow and lock mode switch and go button, which makes the gimbal more responsive to the movements. On the front side we have POV. The sleep mode is very useful if you just want to change settings through the app or something like that. Video recording button works if you connect the camera to the gimbal. There is also a 4-way command dial for changing the settings. We can also connect the gimbal to the smartphone using the ZHIYUN Play app. The app is super useful for doing a certain task. All the options available on the gimbal is also available in the app as well. We also get additional features on the app such as time-lapse mode, trajectory mode and panorama mode. Also there is a cool feature called the motion sync, in which the mobile can be used as a device to sync the motion of the phone and the gimbal. The app provides some features such as the scene mode, the 6-side calibration mode, the motor calibration, the strength, and the device information. On the back side, we have the trigger button. When you hold it down or press it, it engages it to follow mode. Double pressing resets the gimbal and triple pressing rotates the camera into selfie mode. There's also a scroll wheel on the side, but it only works for focusing with optional focus motors. There is pan follow mode where the gimbal follows your movement in horizontal axis. The all follow mode can be activated by holding down the trigger button and it follows your horizontal movements and tilting of the gimbal. In lock mode, it will just keep the camera pointed in one direction. In POV mode, it follows all axes, so panning, tilting and rolling. Go mode can be activated by holding down or pressing the go button, and it's basically sports mode where the gimbal follows movements faster. Of course, you can enter selfie mode by triple pressing the trigger button, and you can reset the gimbal position by double pressing the trigger button. Vortex mode is available by double pressing the POV button and move the joystick. There are 3 quarter inch mounts on this gimbal. One is on the bottom side, and the second one is on the left side, and the third one is for mounting the handle for undersling mode. Now let us see some samples. Let's start with working test. Now let me show you the running test. The battery life on the Weebill S is rated for 12 to 14 hours, which is actually more than on the Weebill Lab. It uses only two 2600 mAh batteries. It should last full day of typical shooting, which is very impressive considering how small is this device. It has modern settings in the menu and other usability upgrades. It delivers everything that I need from a gimbal. The size is a huge advantage because I'll be able to take it with me more often and get the same results as with larger gimbals. It's definitely the best travel gimbal at the moment, and all things considered, it is still the best gimbal to use at 2021. Let us see some more sample footages. And yes, how was that video? I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube's algorithm. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel. So that's it guys, catch you guys later in the next video. Till then, this is Pranay signing out, and peace.